Hello, this is Take 10 Strength. This is take 2. I just filmed the whole thing and my camera went out of focus, so the whole video was blurry. I love that. So here we go. Round 2. Hopefully the camera doesn't go blurry. If it does, I'm not refilming this time. All right, so let's get warmed up. We are going to start skipping forward. Today, you need a mat. Let's skip backwards. You need a mat. If you have a mat underfoot, do not trip on it as you skip. Start making those arms a little more powerful and your skips and your knees high up a little more intentional. We are going to be on the floor. It's a quick workout. We have more of an abdominal core focus with some arms and legs, but we have lots of opportunities to find stillness in the storm as we do some isometric holds. Last skip backwards. Good, we'll stop there. Let's take a big inhale up to the sky. Big inhale, dive forward, bend your knees, bow your head, just release everything. Breathe in, breathe out, and slowly roll up. Slow, 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 head comes up last. Don't get dizzy, abs are pulled in. Standing taller than you've stood all day, loop your right shoulder back and your left shoulder back, and your right and your left and your right and your left, twisting your torso as you go. And let's come to the top of the mat. So your mat is behind you. We're gonna come into a squat and we'll keep squatting and sitting low until we meet the mat. If you need to use your hands, you can use your hands. All right, we are going hamstring. There goes the camera. Oh dear. All right, so we are sitting until we find the mat. We are going glute bridge to hamstring bridge. What is a glute bridge? A glute bridge is feet flat. We're lying down. We're tucking the tailbone under and we'll lift the hips up nice and high with the arms down by the sides. A hamstring bridge, we're going to step out so our heels are down, our toes are up, legs are still bent, and we're gripping those hamstring muscles onto the femur bones, lifting the hips up, tucking the tailbone under. So we'll be stepping from glute bridge to hamstring bridge. Please switch your lead leg every rep for 35 seconds. So here we go. In 3 for 35 seconds. 2, 1. So go into your glute bridge, tailbone tucked under, abdominals pulled in, arms down by your side, step out to a hamstring bridge where the heels are down, the toes are up, and then step into the glute bridge, and then step out to hamstring bridge. So you're gonna instantly feel the backside of the body just start gripping as you change and exchange weight from glute bridge to hamstring bridge. Remember to switch your lead leg. We are going to do 2 sets of this, so you have a second chance. Now, go right back to your glute bridge and hold. We're holding. Here's your isometric hold. Abdominals are pulled in. Feet are flat. There's equal pressure in the soles of the feet. Try to lift a little bit higher, arms down by your side. No tension through the face and neck. You have weight in the shoulders and shoulder blades, not up into your neck. And just hold. So think of squeezing a little bit higher. Abdominals pulled in, tailbone tucked under. Stay. Finding the stillness in the storm. 3, 2, and a 15-second break. You can hug your knees into your chest. And we're gonna go again, glute bridge to hamstring bridge. And then when we hold on our isometric hold, we're gonna hold a hamstring bridge next round. Here we go. In 3, glute bridge to hamstring bridge. Pull the abs in and start stepping out. Out, in. And then you switch your lead leg, out, in. Try to keep the hips up and still so you're not wobbling all over the place and sagging the hips. Try to maintain some level of lift. Remember, we're gonna hold our hamstring bridge right now, so take it out. Heels down, toes up, knees up, tailbone tucked under, hold. So think of gripping those hamstring muscles onto the femur bones. And even imagine that you're hanging off the edge of a cliff by your heels and you're trying to curl yourself up towards the top of the cliff by your heels. So you're trying to lift and you're squeezing. So there's traction and friction there. Hold. Breathe in, breathe out. 3, 2, and time. Hug your knees into your chest. We're going to an abdominal crunch. I want you to think of levitating up off the floor. So instead of curling forward, we're lifting straight up. Think of lifting with your sternum. Interlace your hands behind your head and lift straight up. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. So lift straight up. Shoulder blades come off the mat. Shoulder blades come off. Shoulder blades come off. The head is resting in the hands. We're not pulling on the head to come forward. Head resting. Sternum leads the way, and we're lifting, levitating right up off the mat instead of pulling forward. Lift up. Pull the abs up and in. 3, 2, and we're holding here. Let's go. Hold. Shoulder blades off. Hold. Shoulder blades off the whole time. Think of pulling the navel to spine. And there's no tension through the face and neck. Think of cinching the waist in. Hold. Stay. We're going to do this a second time in 9 seconds. Well, we'll have a 15-second break. 3, 2, and time. So rest your head, turn your head side to side, get the tension out of your neck. And here we go, we're doing it again. So levitating up, crunching up, shoulder blades come off the mat. In 3, 2, and let's go. Lift and lower, lift and lower. So you're facing up. You're not looking down and trying to pull your head forward. We're lifting up, because we're just going to levitate straight up to the sky. Still breathing. Inhale, exhale. 3, 2, and we hold. Let's go. Hold. Shoulder blades off. Hold. Shoulder blades off. It feels a lot harder this second time, for sure. After this, we are going push-ups. Stay. Stillness in the storm. We're staying in the storm. We're staying in the work. It's uncomfortable, but we can stay. Shoulder blades still off. It's getting hard to talk. It's like someone punched you in the gut. 3, 2, and time. Hug the knees, start rolling forward and back, and we're going to flip over into push-up position. Here we go. So it's 35 seconds of push-ups, and then we're going to hold low. Let's go. I'm going to do my push-ups with wider hands, so not a tricep push-up, but you can do tricep if you'd like. Down, up, down, up. Of course, you can be on your knees, but I would say every opportunity you have to do push-ups, try to do at least one from your toes, because you'll never be able to do them from your toes if you never try. Three, 2, and we're holding. So I'm actually going to bring my hands a little bit closer and hold more like a chaturanga hold. So my elbows are hugging into the sides of my body. Of course, you can do this from your knees, where you are hovering over the floor. It is super uncomfortable. Hold, hold. Now, the lower you get, almost the easier it gets, because you start hanging in joints, and I am totally doing that right now. It is still uncomfortable, but if I come to my knees and come just a little bit higher, that's time. It makes it a whole lot harder for next time, because we're only doing one set of those. Okay, next set. We are going for, I am laughing by myself in a room to a camera. Here we go. We're going to forearm plank. We're going to pivot and squeeze the elbow open. Let's go. Time is on. And go to the other side. Squeeze. So we're pulling the elbow back. We're squeezing the back muscles, pinching the shoulder blades together. You can do this from your knees. But we're pivoting and looking up to the sky. That was not a very good explanation when we started. My apologies. 3, 2, and we're holding a plank. Here we go. So on your forearms, and we just hold, pulling the abs up and in. And this is our last set right here. Try to make sure your butt is not up. Everything's in a nice long line. Squeeze your quads and stay. We have 15 seconds left. Stay. You're lifted out of your shoulders. You're not sagging or hanging in joints like the low hold chaturanga position. And that's time. Child's pose. You made it. Hopefully you feel activated, a little warm, a little awakened and alive. Breathe in, breathe out. In 3, 2, 1, we will come forward to a cobra. So snake your way forward, hips down, and we're just gonna hands under the shoulders, push up just a little bit, squeeze mid upper back, look up. Breathe in, breathe out. So we're giving ourselves an underbite maybe, elongate the front of the neck, feel the stretch, and lower down. And this time, let's lift up without hands. So come off your hands and squeeze mid upper back. Don't throw your head back too much, but still squeeze. And then bend your knees, grab the tops of the shoelaces, pull the heels to the bum, and drive the hips into the floor. So we're actively stretching here, not just hanging out, but I'm pulling on my feet and driving my hips forward. So I feel a quad stretch. And we'll stop in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go for a downward facing dog. So hands under the shoulders. We push back and take the knees off the mat and dive the chest towards the thighs. Push the heels into the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. Walk the hands to the feet or the feet to the hands and forward fold. And then slowly roll up. Don't get dizzy. Take your time. Head comes up last. Stand tall. Loop right shoulder back and left shoulder back, just like you did at the beginning. Right and left. And take a big inhale up to the sky. Exhale, arms down. Nice work.